Hello and welcome to Instrumental Fragrance, a channel dedicated to fragrances, music, and style. Today I will be reviewing Amouage's Interlude Black Iris. This is a flanker to Amouage's Interlude Man, which is a very popular fragrance for the house of Amouage. The perfumer on this is Pierre Negrin, and I will go over the notes as well as the longevity, performance, and seasons to wear this, and much more. But first, if you could, please like, subscribe, and share this video, and hit that bell icon. That way you're reminded anytime I have any more fragrance content that's posted. Now, let's get into Amouage Interlude Black Iris. Now this fragrance comes from the house of Amouage. They have been around for over 40 years now, on their 40th anniversary. They are very wonderful at protecting resources and having wonderful perfumers help carry out their wonderful heritage. They are a perfume house that's based out of Oman, and this is what the box looks like. You got the name of the fragrance, name of the house on the front. I do have a more vintage or an older style. They have changed this box since and changed kind of the packaging. Here's the bottom here. It's got the batch code and everything like that. Ingredients. Just a beautiful presentation. I love the sparkles to this and the artwork. I do like the new presentation as well. I don't know if the fragrance has changed or anything. It does look like it has the same note breakdown, so that's very exciting. I don't think it has changed or anything like that. When you pull open the top here, it's got a nice soft interior there. You do have a nice area for your fragrance to sit. Very shiny, and I've had this one for about 1.5 years now. It's one of my favorite fragrances that I have in my collection. It's a wonderful fragrance overall. It does have top notes of violet leaf, rosemary, and bergamot, followed by mid notes of orris, amber, and frankincense. Now orris is going to be the real iris. It's the root of the iris, and that's where you get all of the actual perfume from iris. It has cistus, myrrh, and vanilla as well in the mid. This gives it a nice warm resinous quality that you will find throughout the house of Amouage. They are a Middle Eastern perfumery, and they also have base notes in this fragrance of oud, patchouli, cedarwood, sandalwood. Now this fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances in my whole entire collection for winter, fall, or spring. It is a beast mode fragrance, so even though there's a small dent in it, it doesn't take too much of this to get noticed. In fact, you want to go a little easy on the trigger with this one, as this is a true beast mode. Originally it was called the Blue Beast, and this one's tamed down a little bit as they've got rid of some of the notes that people didn't like as much throughout the fragrance, or toned them down. I still feel like there is oregano in this, but a small amount, and some people just didn't jive with that in the original. Now Black Iris to me is a perfection as far as fragrance goes. It is a masterpiece and one of the best fragrances by the whole entire house here. You really do get monstrous performance and wonderful projection throughout. Projection for the first 5 hours is wonderful on this fragrance, well beyond an arm's length. And I do get about 14 hours or so longevity throughout the fragrance. Now the batch code for my fragrance is 31596, and it's one of their older bottles. I do love this one overall. It was a blind buy for me, and I believe it was $180 overall around when I got it. I think I got this as a gift as well from my girlfriend. She's wonderful at getting me gifts. As always, she supports the channel, and it's wonderful when people support the channel as, you know, subscribing, liking, or sharing the video. It means a lot to me, and I thank you guys so much for the channel growth. I'm going to show you how this atomizer works on this fragrance now and kind of go more in depth on these notes. Beautiful. Now that's going to fill the whole room. Ooh. So this is a wonderful incense, Middle Eastern ambery fragrance. The violet gives it an ozonicness that allows the fragrance to have more depth overall. kind of opens up the fragrance. Bergamot adds lift to the fragrance as well in the opening, because there's heavy notes in here like myrrh, frankincense, amber, vanilla, and the orris. You want to lift it with the bergamot and things like that. The violet leaves also contributing to this. Now, it's not like the Dior Fahrenheit violet leaf too much, so it's not like it's a car on fire or anything like that. Doesn't smell like gasoline. And this is not too animalic as far as like the oud or anything. I've worn this in quite a bit of situations. I've worn this dressed up in a suit. I've worn it out and about around people in meetings or at church, or just around quite a bit of different people. If you know somebody that's a fan of patchouli or incense, this is a wonderful one to wear around them. Those are two of my favorite notes, and I've always really loved incense. For me, it's always been kind of one of my favorite fragrance notes. And look at that beautiful Swarovski crystal on the top. I love the magnetic cap that they have on these. It's just true class. Amouage is a classy house. It's been around for a long time, and they do fragrances right. For me, the myrrh really comes through, makes things sweet along with the vanilla. And then you get a nice resinous quality throughout the whole entire fragrance. The orris and the iris in this is just beautiful. So if you like Dior Homme Intense, then you would love this, because it takes the iris and it shows you kind of what real iris is meant to smell like. They're using the true orris in this. And this is a wonderful buy because you get real oud and real orris, frankincense, and myrrh, all in a fragrance that you can sometimes get on discounters for around $180, and retail this goes for $360. So for me, this is a wonderful fragrance overall. Perfect blend of Middle Eastern spices throughout, kind of gives you the vibe of what a spice market might be like there as well. And kind of a wonderful introductory scent to the house. For me, I know that this is definitely something you might want to try before you buy. I was trying to get more into oud fragrances, more into niche fragrances, and try more and more fragrances from the Middle East. And boy, was it a successful blind buy. I give this fragrance a 10 out of 10 overall for its longevity, its performance, its overall smell, its character, and its uniqueness. I am a huge fan of it, and it's one of my favorites in the collection, as I stated earlier. Definitely love this fragrance overall, and definitely want to hear what your thoughts are on Interlude Black Iris for Men. Thank you so much for watching Instrumental Fragrance and our review of Interlude Man Black Iris. This fragrance is a 10 out of 10 for me, and one of my favorites in my whole entire collection. Let me know what your thoughts are on Interlude Man Black Iris down below. Let me know if you've tried the fragrance and what fragrances I should try next from the house of Amouage. Thank you so much for watching Instrumental Fragrance, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.